Okay, so previously we discussed about Section 24. Now we'll go to Section 25 and maybe Section 26. But okay, we'll start with Section 25, non-resident alien or the NRA. They are considered engaged in trade in business if aggregate stay is more than 180 days during a calendar year. So the, the keyword here is the aggregate stay. It's not the continuous stay of 180 days. So if he comes here in the Philippines for his stay for 30 days and goes back to his country and another 30 days until it reaches 180 days, that non-resident alien is considered as engaged in trade or business. Okay, so what's the implication or what's the import of that? He would be or she would be subject to income tax in the same manner as the individual. What's our basis? Here you go. A non-resident alien individual engaged in trade or business in the Philippines shall be subject to an income tax in the same manner as an individual citizen and a resident alien individual on taxable income received from all sources within the Philippines. You remember figure 1, the table. So whenever a non-resident alien engaged in trade or business, meaning the aggregate stay is more than, you remember this class, more than 180 days during a calendar year, then he is or she is liable for income tax or subject to income tax in the same manner as an individual. But you take note of subparagraph 2 of section 25 because compared with section 24 paragraph B2, you remember the 10% dividends or the 10% final withholding tax for cash or property dividend. For NRAs, they are subjected to 20% final withholding tax. What's our basis? Here you go, second paragraph. Cash and or property dividends from a domestic corporation or from a joint stock corporation or from an insurance or mutual fund or from a regional operating headquarters or a share of non-resident alien individual in the distributable net income after tax of a partnership, that's 20%. Okay? So this one class is, they are different, although they are taxed as the same manner as an individual, but for their passive income, they are treated, or the final withholding tax is 20%. Remember that. And the NRA or NRA, not engaged in trade or business, is subject to gross income taxation at 25%. That's section 25, paragraph B. Here you go. 25. There shall be levied, collected, and paid for each taxable year upon the entire income received from all sources within the Philippines. You just read this, but remember that they are subjected to 25%. Okay, the gross income taxation. And on C to E, gross income taxation at 15%. What? Okay. Who are these? Alien individual employed by RA HQ or RAW HQ, and alien individual employed by offshore banking units, and alien employed by petroleum service contractor or subcontractor. Contractor. You take note of the common provision class. This one. Any income earned from all sources within the Philippines by alien referred to under subsection D and E shall be subject to pertinent income tax as the case may be imposed under this code. But I want to emphasize about this provision. The same tax treatment shall apply to Filipinos employed and occupying the same positions as those of aliens employed by these offshore banking units. It's the same in this one, in alien individual employed by petroleum service contractor and subcontractor, and in individual alien individual employed by RA HQ and RAW HQ. Okay? So that's about it for section 25. Again, I will repeat. Okay? Non-resident alien who stays here for an aggregate stay of 180 days, more than 180 days during calendar year, they would be subjected to an income tax in the same manner as an individual citizen. But for their passive income, like dividends on stock holdings or the distributable share in the partnership, they are subjected to 20% final withholding tax. Okay. Next, we will discuss section 26.